This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women. Seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording it live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel, talking about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty J. That is TWK.
Hello, I'm TWK, and we're all about to get very angry before we get very happy.
Oh, I'm not going to waste time, Shin. I'm not going to make you wait. Speaking of, Shintigercurl.
Oh shit, it's dim sum time, and will I be needing Rage of the Brooklyn variety for this?
You're going to want it at the fucking ready. Let's not waste too much time. Y'all know why we're here. We got the revolution that happened, and it was fucking awesome. We got the dynamite. It was just as awesome. For more than a few reasons, to which we shall explain. We have your winners and losers, as per usual. We got you folks in the chat. And as soon as we went live, JC fucking Butch. And for a second, I'm like, wait a minute. I go on the Twitter, and I see this. NoDQ.com doing their thing.
Okay.
We're doing their thing, telling you the results of the show you don't watch because it's the Fed. There is a backstage vignette featuring our good buddy Sheamus and Ridge Holland. And, they're shooting the shit. And the duo becomes a trio. And, oh, hey there, it's Pete Dunne. And it's Pete Dunne with his silly little hat. He's looking as cranky as usual. All fingers are going to be broken. Oh, Pete Dunne. Wait, what? He's not Pete Dunne? Wait, what? Sheamus called him Butch? What? What? Seriously. That just happened. Pete Dunne has been renamed Butch. Well, Fed, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Or 1 out of 3. Fuck you.
D-Show battery of the century goes to the fucking Fed!
There's a record.
Just call him meat for fuck's sakes.
May as well. Roast or Butch? His name next week better be Pete Butch Dunne, or we're already done with the Fed.
Butch.
Yep.
You know it's all about the Butch. Pete Dunne, baby.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to need batteries the size of the ones that Divatox used to take control of the Turbo Megazord for this.
Ooh.
I
think we're going beyond the D-cell at this point, boys.
I'm going to need the battery they used to power the fucking Death Star. to throw at Titan Towers. Not the Death Star itself. Just take the battery or whatever.
The batteries, the big honking power converting thingamajobs.
Now I'm getting flashbacks to Hank Hill throwing D-cells at a superstore. Take these back! Take them, you bastards! Damn, you get a lot for value. Take them! Just take these batteries back!
Damn, you get a lot for batteries.
Oh, I love that two-parter Megalomart episode.
Shall we get to the fun shit, boys?
Move on to the fun shit before I turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Because believe it or not, WWE, the clock struck 12. They were right once of twice per day or millennium at this point, or at this particular rate. And all is explained in our clip of the week. It's actually 2 promos. It begins with some fun stuff from Dynamite. Our buddy TJ was there. He had a good time. He did a dumb. He bought a belt. But the WWE title replica. Do not tell his immediate family he wants to live. And if you know the price of the damn belt, you know why. Couple of things happened. Jeff Hardy, world's worst kept secret, thanks to Jeff Hardy himself. He debuted. He had a good time, I'm sure. And William Regal, who we will be discussing in a couple of minutes. Well, he showed up, managing Mox and D-Bry, or Bry D, or the guy who could stretch you. And, well, he had some words with Tony Schiavone. We begin with him, and then a comment from Stone Cold Steve Austin. Take a listen. Actually, hold on. I did the wrong thing. I need to click this.
Mr. Schiavone, I thought we'd never do this again. It's been 29 years since I first came to America and we were on TBS together. Can you believe that? 29 years. Time has flown by. And my time is flying by. I'm 53 now. And let's face facts, I've lived more than the hard life. I've made it that way. Through battles in the ring, through battles with myself. And it won't be that long, let's face facts. Probably in the next, I don't know, till I'm 65, 12 years, till the wife's pushing me to the sunny window so I can look out while a bit of toast is dripping out of my mouth. Because I know that I'm not long for this world. Too many empty bottles, thousands of them, and a few broken hearts, sweetheart. I see you haven't found a decent tailor in all that time either. Look at you. Now, I won't go there, Tony. What I'm out here to do, obviously to be with these incredible gentlemen here. But this is the first time, please allow me, this is the first time that I actually get to thank you on camera, because 29 years ago when I came here, we don't need to get into the story now, but you helped me in more ways than you could ever imagine. And that's why I'm here today. And you were one of the first people that really helped me when I came here. Thank you.
My honor, buddy.
Enough of being nice.
19 years ago, I wrestled my last match in a WWE ring. After 3 rock bottoms, 1, 2, 3, I lost the match. And for 19 years, I've had to live with that defeat, knowing my time was up. Kevin Owens, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for waking something up deep inside me that I've kept buried for 19 years. Ever since you started running that damn mealy mouth of yours talking about the state of Texas, the great state of Texas, you got my attention. And why would you want to do that, Kevin? I can think of 2 reasons. 1, you are one dumb son of a bitch. And 2, you are fixing to get your ass kicked by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Whether you want to call this a KO show, a match, a fight, a brawl, whatever, I will guarantee you this. In Dallas, Texas, where I started my career at WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin is gonna open up one last can of whoop-ass on you, Kevin Owens. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
It's been a while since I was able to put it together, a thing like that. Smooth. Yes, I'm patting myself on the back. I'm good at audio editing.
Real smooth. Real smooth.
Huh? Hey, at the time, it got me excited for WrestleMania finally. At the time. And then you had to rename Pete Dunne Butch. I'm like, well, there you go. There's that mood gone. Thanks, Junior. Hey, my boy gets to confront Stone Cold Steve Austin in what will more than likely be like a 5-minute brawl. Unsanctioned, all that shit. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be Butch. Anyway. No, I'm not going to let that shit go, and neither should you. Anyway, let's talk about AEW Revolution, to which Willem Regal made his surprise debut on. Revolution from Orlando, the Edition Financial Arena. The buy rate 170,000. Not bad. It's still going up from the looks of it. And the card is as follows. Layla Hirsch defeated Chris Statlander by pinfall in 950.
Good stuffs. Good way to open the card.
Hook. Mm-hmm. Hook had a little callback from his dad when he faced off Shane Douglas when he defeated QT Marshall in 5 minutes even.
Very, very nice.
Very competitive match.
Mm-hmm. He's the most competitive that Hook has ever been in. And gotta tell you, tonight, QT's looking in good shape.
QT that night looked in good shape, made everybody look good. Yay. Mm-hmm. House of Black, that's Malachi, Brody, and Budda Matthews, took on Pack, Penta Obscuro, and Eric Redbeard, who popped up on Friday, of all things.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
Yep.
Could have put that on Wednesday so we could have previewed that shit, Tony. Just saying. Well, you have to leave us hanging, man. We're putting you over.
I know, he's got to put something on the Friday show. You can't just make it, throwaway stuff.
I guess. It was a 6-man tag. The House of Black won in 17-20 and a great 6-man tag.
Yeah, this was just straight up chaos. And in the end, Eric Redbeard took the pinfall, which makes me believe that he is not long for this company. At least not for now.
You know what? If he just wants to wrestle the odd indie date and help out every once in a while, I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, he's a good enough hand for it.
Yeah. And it was a decent enough pop. So
all of that it was. Like, this might be one of the louder pops he's gotten in his career.
Because this was association with the late, great Brody Lee. But, hey.
True.
Pop is a pop. And also, Enigma Extreme, Redbeard needs get more metal shirts. True. And yeah, he said that the Regal promo was one of his best promos since the Triple H promo in 2001. It was better than his promo in Triple H back in 2004. I remember that promo fondly. Excuse me. Combination. I don't know. I can't say it was or not. I think it's apples and oranges there, but
that 2004 promo was pretty damn good, though.
Yeah. All because of Eugene, folks.
Mm-hmm.
I know. On to the pay-per-view proper. Yeah, that was the kickoff. That was the buy-in, believe it or not. We got some good shit on the buy-in. Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho, they started things off in a banger with Eddie Kingston going over with the stretch plum at 13:40.
And both these guys dropped each other on their head like they're from a 90s All Japan roster.
Dropping all the Japanese All Japan style bombs on each other.
This was basically King's Road versus Japanese strong style.
Just about, actually.
And in the end, King's Road ended up winning out with Eddie Kingston.
Yeah. And since I've been watching a lot of Walking the King's Road lately, I know the style when I see it. And The Mad King is walking the King's Road in that match.
He is. Like I need to thank you. Started watching that, binging that lately. There's some good shit for folks.
Yeah, one thing to know about Eddie Kingston is that he is unabashedly a fanboy of 90s All Japan. Like Kawada, Misawa, Kobashi, Taue, like the whole...
The stretch plum is straight out of All Japan, too, by the way.
Yep. That's Dangerous K's move.
That's Kawada. To a T.
Also, guess who made their name in All Japan doing 5-star matches?
Who?
People power! Yeah. He had a prime, to be fair. 3-way tag for AEW World Tag Titles. Red Dragon and the Young Bucks, they fell to Jurassic Express. 1855. The build may not have been the best, but Jesus Christ, this match did not need too much of a build. That was hype.
Match of the year candidate match right there.
Yeah, they pretty much all gave it socks, and it went about as well as I wanted it to. Because, you know, I expected that eventually Red Dragon and the Young Bucks, eventually everything would just break down. They'd start fighting each other. Jurassic Express took advantage of that and got the big old honking W.
And now we get to the part where we feel bad for the women, and it's not because they weren't hyped. They were not misplaced. This is literally a case of they had to follow that shit. And it begins with the TBS title. Jade Cargill took on Tai Conti.
What about the ladder match?
Yeah, the ladder match was next.
Oh, thank you. It's the ladder match first, folks. Botch of Matty. There we go. That's another botch. If you're still counting, fuck you. Wardlow, he took on Christian Cage, Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Ricky Starks. The winner became the face of Revolution and is
Matty.
going to face...
Matty.
Let me finish. Pretty Ricky, as we call him, by the way. Pretty much sure you wanted me to do that.
No, you had to do it. You got to do it right. You got to.
Ricky Starks.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Thank you. Winner became the face of Revolution and got a shot at the TNT title at St. Patrick's Slam as it had been revealed. We were expecting Hoss fights. We got some. Not as many as we thought we would, but the Hosses played their roles perfectly in this ladder match.
Spot of the night.
Cassidy?
One spot of the night for me was, let's see, we had, I believe it was Keith Lee and Wardlow holding up a ladder.
It was Hobbs.
And Hobbs holding up a ladder.
And Orange Cassidy was holding onto the ladder. And of course, not wanting to climb a ladder because he's a lazy fucker. As well, I'm on it. Flip over and he tries to grab the ring.
The amount of upper body strength needed to flip up like that is unreal. And the fact he was
mid-match after taking several hard-ass bumps.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls it off effortlessly, only to crotch himself.
Yep. But one of my favorite spots in this match, at the very start, we got the three Hosses in the ring, Keith Lee, Hobbs, and Wardlow.
And of course, Orange Cassidy walks in going, I'm going to kick him in the shins.
And I like how Keith Lee was just confused, and he looked over at Hobbs and Wardlow, and they were like, yeah, you'll get used to it.
Let him get his pop. World's dangerous man.
Unfortunately, though, Keith Lee turned out to be too strong for his own good, as at one point he chucked Orange Cassidy out of the ring, and unfortunately OC missed the Sea of Men by a few.
He got overthrown by a couple of feet there, and he injured himself there. Well, it gets to be lazy for a little while there.
Yep.
Yeah. He died in that match.
And you know who else died? The other two Hosses.
With a pounce.
Ooh, with a Wardlow pounce.
Off the page.
Period.
That's like how it looked like Wardlow came out of nowhere to pounce him too, because like Keith Lee and Powerhouse Hobbs were fighting to try and throw each other off, but then out of nowhere, here comes Wardlow, and they're dead.
Yep. They're fine. They were obviously present at the Dynamite Rampage taping on Wednesday, and thankfully they were going to be doing things there, so yay.
Yeah, and Orange Cassidy got crushed to Yambex. Yambex!
I
As
just want
was
to
there too, yeah.
I just want to know how Pretty Ricky's doing. Like, because, that was a rough landing from the powerbomb on the ladder.
Jesus, that hurt like a bitch.
Nevertheless, Wardlow has a Sonic ring, and he'll be challenging for the title next week.
But it is not the last we would see of him that evening. We then go to the people who had to follow. They had the unfortunate distinction of following, and it's, of course, Cargill and Ty Conti, as mentioned, for the TBS title. Jade Cargill retained, and Jade Cargill looked like Jade from Mortal Kombat and a whole lot of Weave's wet nerd boner.
Including Excalibur.
Good old Jade Cargill.
She's one of us, folks.
She's already done a Storm cosplay, then the Riddler, now Jade. Who is next? She seems to be just on a cosplaying roll this past year. And she's shown a lot of improvement, because this was one hell of a match from her. Every time she wrestles, she keeps getting better and better.
It's steady progressiveness, and I love that from her.
Yeah, it's progression, and I like it.
Yeah.
A year from now, she could very well be world champion.
Maybe double champ if they really want to do that.
If
with
they
her.
got the balls to pull it off, if they want to stop it at 50 and then move her to the women's title division, great. But hey, who knows? Plenty of potential, plenty of time.
Yep.
And then, boys, I'm calling this right now. This is my match of the night, and this
Same
is,
here.
as of right now, match of the year candidate.
Same here.
Match of the year candidate match right here.
CM Punk, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, dog collar match, 26:45, and all of it was utilized to damn near perfection.
Before the match even started,
Let's talk about the entrance of the decade, as Enigma Extreme so beautifully put it. MJF. Now we first think, it's CM Punk coming out first, so MJF's gonna get all the heat. No, Cult of Personality cuts, and it's MJF's theme, heel heat. And MJF enters, gets his heat in, crowd goes silent, music goes off. There's no graphic on there, just a bunch of lights in the background. And I'm watching this live, and I'm like, wait a minute. Is that Missouri Cantare? And like on cue, it starts. And out comes CM Punk in old school basketball-like shorts. The old jacket he wore back in his Ring of Honor days.
That's actually a new jacket.
It's a new, I know, but in fairness, I'm describing it what it looked like at the time. I know it's all the gear's new. Come on.
And what's funny is on the jacket, they put Larry on it.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
So props to whoever did that.
So basically, Ring of Honor Punk, as almost advertised in his promo on Friday.
Indeed. That's what he said.
I had chills watching that entrance. And I was not around during that era. I was not watching Ring of Honor in that era.
Me either.
But
I've seen quite a bit of it, and seeing it call back here just put a big old honking smile on my face.
Yep, and the match, oh boy.
Blood.
There was blood everywhere. There's blood here.
Fuck.
Everywhere. Blood on the referee shirt. Blood on probably some of the fans.
If you want blood, you got it.
This was a grind in the good way.
And one of my favorite moments earlier on in the match was MJF grabbing a microphone and telling CM Punk to just quit, and CM Punk's response, eat shit,
Max.
So much psychology, so much storytelling. Very little real technical wrestling. It was just a grind. Two guys beating the piss out of each other.
Basically. Enigma, you shouldn't be treated as a less of a fan if you didn't know it, as some gatekeepers were trying to act. Yeah, that was a clusterfuck. Welcome to social media, everybody.
I just don't understand how some people didn't recognize it, because the footage has been out for the longest time, and Excalibur even went to great lengths to explain it.
I didn't know anything until Excalibur said something.
Pretty much. If you didn't know then, you do now.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that.
And of course, we have the brilliant ending.
Max, tired of getting his ass kicked. Wardlow! And Wardlow comes out. Give me the ring! And he says, oh, fuck, okay, we're going to bring it. Oh, fuck. What, did I drop it? Fuck! Max, you had one job! And, of course, he gets kicked in the mush by his Punk. Wardlow keeps looking. Oh, gets a smile on his face. Oh, there it is. Oops! Puts it in the mat. Puts it on a mat. Hey, Punk, am I giving this to Max while you're done here? Thanks, buddy. Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. Roof flies off, of course.
Got a huge pop.
Yep. The irony, of course, is not lost on me. The two biggest things that contributed to Maxwell Jacob Friedman's success in AEW were the two things that cost him the most important match of his career so far.
Karma.
Ah, storytelling. Gotta love it. Oh, it's so good!
Mm-hmm.
Right? Punk wins. Max gets comeuppance. And a pair of poor bastards are gonna have to follow that, and it's the women's title match.
I feel so bad for the women. They had to follow two big high spot matches. That's unfair.
Yeah.
And to be fair to both Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Thunder Rosa for the women's championship, they tried.
They did their damn.
They gave it as much socks as they could, and they eventually got the crowd back, but the crowd was just too, and the crowd tried too, by the way. They just could not recover for them.
I don't know, maybe those rumors about Thunder Rosa being hurt were legit or not, but she just seemed off.
I'll say this. And during the entrance, usually you put up a brave face when you know you're losing, and then you just go, hey, let's just go. Thunder Rosa did not look like she happy that she was not winning.
Yeah.
Kudos to Mace. He brought that up first in the call on Wednesday. And he'll be getting credit for another thing soon, don't you worry. And yeah, you could tell Thunder Rosa was, all right, let's get this match. I think it's a combination of losing and then having to follow that match.
Yeah.
You know, the Triple H, fuck both of you guys kind of moment.
And possibly being maybe hurt. Not sure.
Which I can tell you right now, she is not right now. She's advertised for the women's title in San Antonio in a couple of weeks. So
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was just a mental thing or whatever.
That's our guess. Like the mental thing, a combination of you have to lose to Britt Baker in what should have been the top of it. Because here's the thing, folks. We think Thunder Rosa got hosed. She should have won at the pay-per-view, not the hometown. Now I get the fact that you want to give the win for the big pop in the hometown, but let's be fair here. The big win should have happened at the pay-per-view.
It just felt right, and I think what also kind of dragged it down was the interference got a bit too much near the end.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much, even for a heel.
Like, I understand they're trying to tell the story of trying to justify a steel cage match, but it just got a bit too much here, and then Bray just went with
I can understand some people could say, well, yeah, they got too much. I mean, a big title win would have been muffled under all that, and to be fair, the big news was the big debut, the big matches, and the dog collar match. Trying to top that with just a standard run-of-the-mill main event or run-of-the-mill women's title match, I could see that the on-paper logic of, hey, let's hold off on this. It did not feel right. I think we could all agree on that. It did not feel right.
Yeah, I can understand the logic behind both trains of thought, really.
Yeah.
She should have won at the pay-per-view, but she would get a bigger pop in her home state.
And a steel cage match against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in San Antonio. Here's how you redeem yourself for the intentional error, so to speak. And by the way, Nigma, we'll get to that new belt. Believe me, I just want to finish this train of thought here. Here's how you do. Here's how you redeem the women's title. That is the undisputed last match on Dynamite. That is the main event. Period. No other goddamn thing. It does not open Dynamite. It closes Dynamite.
I mean, cage matches in general on Dynamite tend to main event.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense, especially with it being a world title match that's been built up for so long.
Yeah. And you can say, well, it should, like it's going to open like the world title or the TNT title. And if they open it, I'm like, no. Oh, yeah, start hot, but no, it's the main. It has to be the main event.
Yeah, and JC brings up a good point. Next week would be the anniversary of their Lights Out match last year.
Main event.
So there you go.
There's enough precedent, enough historical significance to this matchup to warrant putting this matchup for the women's world title in the main event.
It just makes sense. And I believe it was after this match, before we get to that, of course, new women's world title.
And Aim Extreme brought it up. How about that new belt? I like the new belt.
I fucking love this belt. It looks... It gives me big old belt vibes.
You know, I brought it up with the design. It looks like if you Google the Mid-South North American title.
Oh, yeah.
Big honking fucking belt, but you can see the design cues.
It's got some weight on it. That's my takeaway. It feels like it's a proper belt.
It looks like a world championship. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Me lucky.
Yes, sir.
Of course,
and then, thankfully, we got followed up by. Well, I'm sorry. Did I? You know.
I believe it was after this where we got the big signing announcement from Big Tony Schiavone.
By the way, during the pre-show, Don Callis showed up
to Kenny Omega's music to Big Heat.
So they're planting seeds to saying, "Hey, Omega's almost ready." So there's that. And then Big Tony Schiavone introduced a newcomer to the mists of the All Elite Professional Wrestling.
Swerve.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Who house?
Swerve's house.
He loves you.
He's not Moose.
I know he's not Moose. I'm just saying Swerve's house.
It sounds like you were trying to say with a lisp.
No, it's Swerve's house.
By the way, props to
Shane Swerve Strickland is All Elite, by the way. So that's what they think
there. Because earlier today on Twitter, he noted that he still has never drank one bit of alcohol in his entire life. So props to him for that.
Fair enough. By the way, there's a lot of people shitting on Strickland taking on Swerve taking on Tony Nese on Rampage tonight, folks. Yeah, that's a 205 Live match, but there's no filter. There's no Fed filter. They open up with that match? Magic.
Oh, it's magic. You know.
I cannot believe it's not. Yeah, but that's Swerve's house. He got a good pop for it, considering the crowd. And next up, the crowd came back for this one. Mox, Bryan Danielson, singles match, 21:05. Mox won by pinfall by reversing the spot where Danielson does the pose, and he's like, well, I'm winning. It's like, oh God, he's pinning me. I can't let it go. 1, 2, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, leading up to that, as Shin pointed out on Twitter, what did they do?
They knocked the granny out of each other.
No, you had a specific phrase.
Yeah, you did, actually.
I'm drawing a blank. I said a lot of things.
You said, these two are never having sex again because they're beating the fuck out of each other.
True. That's the one.
The spot that really got me in this match was, at one point Mox does a back rake to Danielson, and it draws blood.
Yeah, they just went absolutely nuts on each other. You think Gato booked this match?
You want to get nuts?
Come on, let's get nuts.
Of course, after the match, these two still wanted to fight each other, but
And they did, and they brawled. Of course, the referees come out, and then the security come out, and William Regal,
huge pop, roof flies off.
oh yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Yep.
Like literally, these two are fighting each other. Then the camera just cuts to Regal halfway down the ramp, and just roof flies off.
And he casually wipes his feet, walks in the ring, wham the Mox. And of course, Danielson, he's laughing his ass off. Wham! Face off. Ow!
Now look at here.
Guts Masterson. And then Dad showed up.
Look at here,
Pretty
you two.
goddamn much.
Look at here, you two numpties. I didn't come bloody all the way out here to watch you two act like bloody children. Now make up, or I'll make you make up. Sorry.
No, fair.
Good. Now, shake, be men, and then we're gonna go beat up everyone in the entire locker room. Then we get
And
McDonald's.
that's pretty much what they're doing. Oh, God. And Wednesday was a status quo changer, but we'll get to that because we got two other matches. Who had to follow that banger? No, they did another banger. Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, Sting took on the Andrade Hammond family office, El Idolo Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy. This was a 6-man tag tornado, and 13-20. This was lock and brawl. Let's keep the crowd warm.
So, two big high spots here. First, Sammy Guevara taking Isaiah Cassidy to the top of the ramp and to the top
I'm
of the stage.
amazed both men survived that bump.
Spanish fly off the top of the stage through two tables. They missed the first one, unfortunately.
They did, and it looked like obviously both are fine, but Jesus. And JC, fucking Christ, Sting, you are in your 60s. Why does he say that in the chat, folks? Sting took a table bump.
Not only that, but Andrade Idolo was on one of the tables on the outside on the concourse, so it was concrete. Sting jumps to one of the balconies, leaps off of the body splash through the table.
Sting, you old crazy bastard.
And DDP
No, you know what it is?
shared-
I got it. Enigma Extreme said it best. New Jack Spirit has possessed Sting.
Sting Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone actually put New Jack's ECW theme to that stage dive.
Natural
And it
Born
fits so
Killers.
perfectly. Yep. Natural Born Killers. Also, DDP on Twitter shared fan footage of that bump, and it looks even more insane from the balcony level, from where he jumped from.
Yeah,
This man had his Fed career and out of spinal stenosis,
And now here he is bouncing around
taking
like
bumps like he's 10 years younger.
this guy wasn't even taking these kind of bumps in TNA.
hell no.
This guy's gone full Terry Funk.
He has, and PCO is going full Terry Funk. Even PCO is going, damn, I don't know if I would have taken that bump. I would have thought about it.
Is this Sting just telling Vince, who can't wrestle, huh?
I guess.
Like, goddamn, just
So
amazing. It's so amazing just seeing how much Sting has recovered because, like, we thought we'd never see him wrestle again, and now.
And then he wrestled full-on tag matches, full-on singing. I don't think has he done a singles match at all?
Nope, no singles.
That I know of.
No, just tags. Which is the best way to utilize him.
Yeah, obviously, but fuck.
He is
Well,
a madman.
And of course, Sting, Darby, and Guevara, they won the damn thing. So that
Unfortunately,
goes into
Darby,
Wednesday.
Darby unfortunately kind of missed the coffin drop at the end.
Matt Hardy fucked up the spot.
I was hearing scuttlebutt that it was a rib.
Rumor and hearsay, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Why would you pull a rib on a pay-per-view? Come on, that's the worst place to do a rib. That's for
Yep.
house shows.
You never, you don't know these days. You never know. There might be something between them. I don't know, but yeah, that was a not a very good looking coffin drop.
That was a botch out of Hardy's end there. Main event time. Hangman Adam Page took on Adam Cole bye-bye for the AEW Heavyweight Championship of the World. They won 25-45.
And it features such chants as, "Let's go Adam, Adam sucks." And, "This is Adam."
Well, it's true. Adam does suck, but Adam is cool.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to note the entrance gear. First, Adam Cole coming out dressed as Master Chief.
Mace had the perfect riff for that. Tell me you haven't been playing. Tell me you've been playing in Halo Infinite without telling me you're playing Halo Infinite.
Coming out there looking like Sierra 117.
I guarantee you probably wanted to wear the helmet, but Tony Khan was like, "No, we can't cover that face."
That's how we make our money.
Yeah, of course, there were signs like, "I'm glad Adam won, JC." And then if Adam wins, right, I made the choice. Like, you know what, boys? This is a complete wild guess, but I'm willing to bet Adam's going to win this matchup.
Yep.
Indeed.
And someone even pointed out, I think the winner of this match is going to be the Adam that was in Bullet Club.
Yup.
There's tons and tons.
Tons of in jokes, and folks, Orlando might have. Oh no, yeah. Some people say, or that the match was tired. That some of those guys were tired. I would say the crowd during the Mox Danielson match were reminiscent of the Japanese crowd. Where they went full Japanese crowd because they knew it was okay. We can't go full nuts. We got a main event here. Yay!
Yep.
Someone also pointed out that this match is not only Adam versus Adam, but it's Steve versus Austin.
Indeed. Yes, it is.
Oh my God, yeah. Because for those who don't know, Adam Cole, his first name, Austin. Austin Jenkins! And Adam Page, his first name, Stephen.
Stephen Holt.
Steve.
And of course, we saw the spot of the night in this match. You guys don't know the spot of the match?
No, I was letting you describe it.
It was the spot of the match was easy when Adam Cole hit the pile driver on that piece of trash. Hangman
Drop on that
Page,
stack of bananas he calls a neck.
pile driver.
Pile driver on the floor. Oh, hell yeah.
But near the end of the match, Hangman Page hit the lowering the boom on Adam Cole before hitting the buckshot to a chorus of boos, I assume due to the fact that this is Adam Cole's home state.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Let's go, Adam. Adam sucks. Let's go, Adam. The whole crowd was unironically was like so on point for this matchup. That was a fun match thanks to the crowd, and the match itself was awesome because the two guys just knew to just fucking go.
Yep. It kind of reminds me of Zathras from Babylon 5.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm the same on this one. Big same.
Yeah. Zathras was cool, but Zathras was a piece of shit.
Ah, fair.
Yeah.
So is it time to rate this pay-per-view?
Yeah, been a while since we rated something. Let's do this, son of a bitch. I have my reservation. I will tell you, Shades was faking 4.5 out of 5. That's his score. The fact that Thunder Rosa did not win at the pay-per-view was the wrong call, and that hurt it. But that's what he said. Thought I would communicate that to you folks. Go ahead, Shin.
After some time to marinate on it and looking at some of the matches over again, I will give this a 4.85 out of 5. Very solid show. Very minuscule stuff to talk to that really took away from it outside of the Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match. That after marinating on it a little bit, it kind of makes a little bit more sense that she would not win at the pay-per-view, but they're saving that for a much bigger venue and winning in her hometown and on the anniversary of that awesome Lights Out match. But other than that, probably one of AEW's best pay-per-views, if not the best.
T-Dub?
I'm going to give this show I'll say a 4.5 out of 5 for me as well. That seems to be pretty good. Not too much to take away. There's a few things that made it imperfect, but overall, very, very, very good show. Very good show. Very,
JC,
very good.
of course, Anything Extreme 4.5. JC, I think I have to give it 5 out of 5. The Rosa thing was a bad call, but not enough to knock an entire 0.5 off the score. And then, I mean, winning in a home state, crazy, right? On my end, I'm leaning towards what Shade says, but so I have to give it 4.5 out of 5. But it's easily, as of right now, pay-per-view of the year.
Agreed.
Easily. The crowd made this card, which was great in the first place. It in many spots elevated this pay-per-view. Straight up elevated it. And I think it is worth a watch, so to speak. All right, T-Dub. There any news before we get the Dynamite?
Just the WWE 2K22 DLC list was announced.
Go right ahead.
First up, we have the Banzai Pack coming out April 26th, which will feature Yokozuna, Rikishi, Omos, Casey Canzaro, and Umanga.
Shout out William Regal. By the way, for first impressions, since T-Dub has his video, by the way, if you want to watch his thoughts on 2K22 on PS4, I'll plug it early. Patreon.com/GWK reviews. If you want to watch it early. So pay him $1 or $2. He's earned it.
Video should be up within the next 3 to 4 days.
There you go. And on my end, I've pre-ordered it after seeing the midnight, because I was hesitant. As some of you know, because, the 2K20 happened. May showed some footage. A lot of people played some footage from the PS5 version. A lot of people, May said don't buy the version on PS4. I can only tell you from the first 3 hours I played so far, when it was released on March 11th, today as a matter of fact, it's fine. It's not bad. Of course, there's the graphical thing and the hair thing, but it's an improvement on 2K20, and so far so good. I've not played the showcase. I haven't had too much time to play with it. Love the. I need to get used to the control scheme still, but I don't mind the control scheme. I like it. I think I might like it.
Glad to hear, Matty. Coming up next, May 17th, the Most Wanted Pack, featuring Cactus Jack, The Boogeyman, Vader, Indy Hartwell, and Ilya Dragunov.
By the way, WWE Hall of Famer Vader.
Yeah, he just got announced this week, and I wish it would have happened several years sooner while he was still alive, because he wanted to go in the Hall of Fame. He wanted to while he was still alive, because he didn't feel like he had that many years left, and turns out he was right.
While I will say that it's disappointing that The Undertaker will not be the only inductee in the class, if there is anyone that would be a fitting addition to that class, Vader is definitely one of them. So I am not gonna dunk on that on the adding of Vader to that Hall of Fame class.
Next is you're gonna like this name, Matty, the Stand Back Pack.
Let me guess. Hurricane and Mighty Molly for sure.
No. We have Hurricane, Stacy Keibler, A-Kid, and MSK.
Stacy Keibler is fine, but needs more Molly Holly.
Yes, it does.
Next is the Clowning Around Pack, coming out June 28th, which features Doink, Rhonda, the British Bulldog, Mr. T, Dewdrop, and Rick Boogs.
Ronda Rousey's part of that?
As long as she's not doing any voice acting, it would be okay.
Doubtful, because all the voice acting is in the My Career mode, the My Rise mode.
Fair.
Jesus Christ.
And next, the vinyl pack coming out July 19th is the Whole Damn Pack, which features Rob Van Dam, the unfortunate editions of Logan Paul and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Thankfully, next, we have LA Knight, Xia Li, Commander Aziz, and Saray. So, you know, we got RVD, LA Knight, Xia Li, and Saray.
And you know what? People could dunk on Logan Paul and MSKB, throw it over. But here's the thing. If you ever want to package pile drive or power bomb Logan Paul, you could do it virtually.
Here's what I know. Here's what
Silver lining.
Here's what I want to know. How's it Logan Paul and Machine Gun Kelly are in this game, but Bad Bunny isn't? Bad Bunny was in the WrestleMania match and the Royal Rumble.
I am willing to bet money got involved.
Come on, come on. This is so. I hate this so much. I hate it.
Yeah, that's business for you. That is business.
All right, so time for the Dynamite.
I got a little. Wait, I got some news.
Boy.
Oh, you got some news. All right,
Sure.
Hit us with this shit. Hit us with the deal.
All right, for our first bit of news, one of the big talking points coming out of Revolution Weekend was the media scrum featuring one CM Punk. One of the things he talked about was his love for Bret Hart, and he actually got emotional talking about how a lot of wrestlers get a second chance, but Bret never got his second chance because his career ended far too early. And he tearfully said that if he would give all his remaining years in wrestling to Bret if he could, because he wants Bret to wrestle again, if he could.
Yeah, I saw that media scrum, and oh boy, it really
got emotional.
You know, you hear CM Punk gets emotional. No, you need to see it, because when you see his face and the tears that really come down,
Emotional damage.
Yeah, you can see he's legitimately tearing up over this stuff, and he's also extremely happy that Tony Khan has ROH and not Vince McMahon.
Yep, he mentioned that.
Yeah, he did not hold back on that. And you know what, Punk? Same. Big same.
Yep. And he also mentioned, of course, the difference between WWE fans and normal wrestling fans because of the bubble that WWE fans live in, and basically said that they don't know any better because that's WWE is all they watch. And all the E-drones came out and proved him exactly right.
Yeah, because WWE, they, by design, want their fans to only live in their bubble. They don't want them to see anything outside of it, because then they might see and decide to go watch something else.
Yep. But also, this last bit of news just broke today. I learned from JD from New York. According to Dave Meltzer, the reason for William Regal's rather emotional promo that he did this week was due to the fact that his physical health is a lot worse than a lot of people think.
Well, Regal actually
What's that?
Regal actually rebutted that on Twitter.
Well, he's going to actually go into detail about his current health on the next episode of Talk is Jericho. So hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah,
One of those Regal taking what he has and say, you know what, cards on the table, and hey, I'm not long for this world anyway because, well, that's life.
Yep. And he's only 53. I did not know that. I thought he'd be older.
He's lived a very tough life. I mean, in the 90s, he did a whole lot of drugs.
Yeah, he said it in his promo. Thousands of empty bottles and a few broken hearts, sweetheart.
Yeah,
That's a
and
great
just
line.
let you know
Banger line there.
Just let everyone know just how drugged up he was. He does not remember the man's man gimmick at all.
Damn.
He literally he has no memory of ever doing that.
That's a shame. But nonetheless, next week's episode of Talk is Jericho is going to be must listen for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And now you have my permission to move on to Dynamite.
Let's go, Tita.
All right,
So we
Dynamite.
started off with something awesome.
Yeah, first Jericho made his appearance in the ring, and he wanted to apologize to Eddie Kingston. And he did. Eddie Kingston also shut up a fan who was trying to do a what chant, much to everyone's dismay.
You know, much to the fan tried to do a what chant, and then Eddie Kingston told him to shut the fuck up, and the crowd went, okay.
He's like, hey, my man, Steve Austin ain't here.
Plus, he knew Eddie would jump over that guard railing and feed him his own intestines if he kept doing it.
Not quite as blunt as Mox telling a douchebag fan to shut the fuck up.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Yep.
I love that. I feel like Eddie Kingston should have been on the Chappelle Show. I feel like he would have fit in well.
Me too. Also, I want that shirt he was wearing. I want it bad.
Which one was he wearing Wednesday?
He was wearing a shirt.
The four pillars.
The four pillars.
Oh yeah, 4 Pillars of All Japan.
Yeah. As soon as I saw Masao, I was like, oh my God, he's wearing a 4 pillar shirt. And people online were like talking, where'd you get that shirt, Eddie? And I want that shirt. Everyone wanted that shirt.
And
Eddie
had
cool.
to be what played cool. Said, I bought it. But where?
So Eddie and Jericho,
yes,
they exchange words. They shake hands. It looks like everything's going to go dandy. And then 2.0's music hits.
And of course, the arbiters of chaos come again. Right? People, oh come on, and everyone like, oh come on. I'm like, okay, yeah, they're the ones to fuck up a moment like that. And believe it or not, yeah, there's purpose to that.
So 2.0 and Garcia get in the ring. They start fighting. And then out comes Santana Ortiz to even the odds. And then
they gave Chris Jericho the bat.
And what does he do, Matty?
Oh, I don't have the button ready. I should have had the button ready.
Load the betrayal missiles, Mr. Matty.
I am loading the betrayal missiles. Loading, sir. One of oh god, one of two things happened. Obviously, I'm not getting hit for Wardlow. I forgot. I could have been hit for Wardlow, but that was like, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Here, though, oh, Spoony.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal! Betrayed me!
There you go.
So yeah, Jericho ended up hitting Santana in the face with the bat, leaving Ortiz to look stunned as fuck. For him to get attacked, and then out came Jake Hager looking confused.
He was like, come on, why'd you have to do that? Like, fine, fuck it. Beats up one of Proud and Powerful. And at the end of the whole entire segment, it's a lineup of Daniel Garcia, 2.0, Jake Hager, and Chris Jericho in the middle of the microphone. Welcome to the Jericho Appreciation Society. And that's
like
entertainment.
Else, I'm sad they didn't call it Inner Circle 2.0.
Didn't have to.
It's right there. You have 2.0 right there. Inner Circle 2.0.
Yeah, but considering this is heel Jericho and the whole Jericho Appreciation Society, it fits a lot better.
It does, but I like
let's
puns.
put it this way. It fits better,
puns.
and Inner Circle 2.0 would have been fan friendly. The idea is to get as much heat as possible.
I want my puns.
I know, but no puns. Just heat.
Yep.
And Eddie Kingston took a table bump that I think, Jesus Christ, I hope he's fine. Because those two tables set up and his head hit the second table. And I got flashbacks to poor Spike Dudley.
Oh, let's hope it's not that bad.
Eddie's the tough bastard. He'll shrug it off.
He'll live. I just hope he doesn't have a concussion.
Oh, here's hoping. So then we got to our first match, a world title match that was announced late in the day. Hangman defending against the number 2 ranked Dante Martin.
By the way, just so people know, ladies and gentlemen, TJ Omega was in the crowd and he got that banger.
Lucky. Friend of the show, TJ Omega.
Friend of the show, TJ. He has not been on this show, to my knowledge, but he is a friend of the show.
He was on the show.
Many, many years ago.
Yeah, it was the first show, our debut on what was Reviewtopia at the time.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was back when I was living in Kansas City.
Yeah, 2010, I want to say, 11?
Somewhere thereabouts.
About
Yeah,
2011.
that long ago. That long ago.
So shout out to my fellow Polish man.
By the way, before we continue, where was he? Well, thanks to our buddy Mace, friend of the show, Mace.
You may have heard him on this show.
You might have seen him here. Here's a sign. That's where he was. And for those looking for the full thing, that is the left top turnbuckle, the away turnbuckle, and his Video Game Wars sign. It's been downhill since Final Fantasy VI.
Bullshit! Final Fantasy 7 and 9 are excellent entries. And 7 is the best of the whole franchise. I hear nothing of it. No, no argument. No! No! I don't care about suplexing trades. No! 7 is the best. Chocobo Racing! Chocobo Racing!
Teed up, I agree with you. It is bullshit. It's bullshit that it's so damn true.
T-Dub, I am an unapologetic fan of 10 and 10-2. He's not fucking wrong.
He is extremely wrong, and I will hear no argument to the other side. No! 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 Enigma, no, he could not. Cloud is a god.
Well, to be fair, Squall is a pussy.
Yeah, he is bitch made.
Squall is an emo god. He is just a pure emo boy. I will protect him.
Yeah, you're right. He's a boy.
He's a part of my boy stable.
No, he's not. He's too much of a boy to be in the boy stable. He is just a boy.
He's part of my RPG boy stable.
He isn't part of nobody's boy stable.
It's him, Waka, fucking who else? A whole bunch of other people. I can get.
Now your boy stable has been invalid because you included Waka. That's it. It's invalid.
It's John DiMaggio. Come on.
It's Waka. Exactly.
Yeah, no, JC points out, Enigma, have you played Smash? Exactly. Cloud's a beast in that game.
I believe
13 sucked.
13-1 sucked. The other sequels were much better.
They all sucked.
No.
Yeah, but
It was all down here since Final Fantasy VI, and we all know it.
13-2 and Lightning Returns are much better.
Anyway, Rails boys, Rails. TJ was there, and of course that sign you see on the screen there. And then later, we'll flip back to because we context. Continue.
D-Mar versus Hangman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we were. First match, Hangman versus Dante Martin. We have to go fast because we only got 20 minutes. Hangman defeated Dante Martin in a quick but really good match. Afterwards, Hangman really put over Dante Martin, saying, hey, last year your brother went down to injury, but you picked up the slack. You even became the number one contender for the world title. And if you ever come back here to the world title scene again, I'd like to have a rematch. Wouldn't mind doing that at all. And then he gets caught by Adam Cole, who wants a trios match, and it's going to be Adam Cole and Red Dragon versus Hangman, and not a member of the Dark Order, but Jurassic Express, which makes the Dark Order feel all sorts of gloomy on the inside.
Or in other words, Hangman Adam Page picked Jurassic Express to be his partners. The Dark Order would remember this.
Ah, okay. I almost thought you were going to say Dark Order was cross.
No, I'm not gonna. No, this episode was too good.
I think Dark Order is about to turn. Who's going to be their leader? Because that's going to be a big thing.
If Dark Order turns back heel, I don't know. I don't want them to turn heel ever again. They're so wholesome as faces. I just want to hug all of them. Just big old group hug.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, one team that won't be getting any group hugs is a team of JD Drake and Anthony Henry, a.k.a. the Workhorsemen, as they got demolished by Mox and Danielson.
And I'm going to flip back to TJ's sign of it's been downhill since Final Fantasy VI, because this little thing here was set up. And during this matchup, Of course, we got Mox and Danielson, and Regal's in there. He's doing his thing as a manager and all that stuff. And they cut to the Workhorsemen, and this pops up. And TJ and Mace and Shades and Mildred. And, oh my God, that's my name! That's our names!
Yeah,
Holy shinola! Wow!
Matty, you finally made it to Dynamite.
I made it on TBS, motherfuckers!
I was on TNT.
Fair?
I was on Game Grumps.
See,
Go to hell.
He had the big one. Hey, you went viral, to be fair.
He did.
To be fair.
In that fan fiction that he just won't stop bringing up.
Friends can fuck T-Dub.
I didn't bring it up. You just did.
Yeah, you did.
You bring up every single Thursday when we stream.
I didn't bring it up
because
this week.
you keep trolling, so we have to troll you. You know how this works.
I didn't bring it up this week.
I have never trolled anyone in my life.
I didn't bring it up this week. You did.
Matty did.
By the way, just rail, but by the way, thanks TJ for that, and thank you for Mace for providing the screenshots. He was on the fight feed there, so much appreciated. So it was a demolishment, of course. William Regal's promo hit, and that was a great promo. You will step up and be stepped on.
Indeed.
The whole promo was great, and apparently Regal went over time, and
yeah, he wanted to thank Tony. Went a little over, and it kind of cost the ass, boys. Bump, bump.
Yeah, and he made sure to apologize on Twitter for doing that because he says that he should have been more professional and his time's better. To which Nyla Rose responded, "But you're William freaking Regal. Who cares?"
Yep,
indeed.
By the way, when did we get to the Ass Boy to that match featuring the Ass Boys? I think it's the World Tag Title. I think we're getting to that. I'm sure.
Eventually, but first we have the fact that FTR fired Tully Blanchard.
Yeah. So betrayal after what?
That came out of fucking nowhere. Like holy shit! Night,
I'm curious on the behind the scenes stuff about for that, but. Here's here's something. I'd like to know the behind the scenes on that.
Are they turning FTR face because they're calling out the Young Bucks?
Calling out the Young Bucks. They want to fight the Briscoes and GCW. Ain't no fucking way they ain't reaching AEW, folks. Sorry.
The status quo is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one bit of status quo that's the same is that Yuta always loses as he was defeated by Pac.
Had a great match, I believe.
It was pretty good, but...
Pretty good.
As usual, Wheeler Yuta loses, but you'll notice that during this match, Orange Cassidy came out the sling, and Danhausen still not able to wrestle yet.
Not yet, unfortunately.
Soon.
Can't wait.
Got a great spot in the ladder match, too. He cursed... who did he curse?
Ricky Starks.
All right. So he'll be facing Team Taz for a while, and that's going to be comedy gold.
We also had a backstage segment with Keith Lee and QT Marshall, where QT wanted Keith Lee to join the factory, to which Keith Lee responded with, I have a big back, I can watch it. To which QT was apparently offended by this, saying, "You'll pay for this!" Sound like a Saturday morning cartoon villain.
Yeah.
He is a Saturday.
You were going to wrestle tonight. We also had, of course, the AHFO board meeting.
And, of course, load the betrayal, Mr. Matty.
Yep.
All right. Got them loaded. All right. So, as this meeting was going on, they decided to have a vote to decide whether Matt Hardy would stare go. Andrade said, "No, thumbs down." Jose said, "Thumbs down." Private Party said, "Thumbs up." And when Matt Hardy turned his back,
thumbs down.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal! Betrayed me!
And then the beatdown begins, and out comes Sting and Darby Allin. They're provided backup, but it's not enough. Who is the third man? And the Hardy Boys theme hits. By the way, not a WWE theme. Now that's our license theme.
Indeed.
Tony Khan bought the license, or he got the rights to it.
Yep, and he got the rights to the original Loaded, not the CFO remix.
So, yay.
And the crowd went wild, and as Jeff was making his way down to the ring to help his brother, he stopped to do a little dance for a while with the fans.
Yeah, I was like, I'll save you, brother, but I must dance to the music and then pop and beat Jeff Hardy, and it's become a meme. Oh, he's become a meme, by the way.
Yeah, that's... He basically pulled a TN from DBZ Abridged.
Pretty much.
Help me, for the love of God, help me!
Better to be a TN than a Yamcha.
Yeah,
True.
that's true. Very true.
We also got a promo from Wardlow where he says that he was done with MJF and that AEW is now Wardlow's world.
$2 says MJF screws Wardlow out the TNT title.
It's starting to feel that way.
Yep.
It's a pattern. You just sense those things. Hey, there's a part of me that wants Wardlow to win the TNT title, but well, about that.
We'll get to that, but first we have our next title match. Jurassic Express defended their World Tag Team titles against the Acclaimed, and gotta say, Max Caster, you were wrong in your rap because Jungle Boy not only has seen boobs, he has seen them on a nightly basis, and a J's to be exact.
Yeah.
That's just pure haterade right there.
That's pure haterade. That's what it was.
Also, Max Caster is going to be going to the next edition of the Player Haters Ball.
Oh,
Hey. Man, you Kwane.
Next motherfucker say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please believe me.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, our new running gag. What's new is old again, or what is old is new, whatever.
So the match was really good, but in the end, Jurassic Express won, with the Ass Boys at ringside cheering on the Acclaimed, it seems.
And at the end of the match, we go straight to a promo with Jade Cargill with the Ass Boys jump in the ring. Well, you know that promo William Regal cut? There's your time cut there. And the Ass Boys were not informed that the post match bit was aborted, and Shin just went this damn you Discord, and I just noticed we just lost Shin. No. And we have a hard out at 9:55, so we gotta speed around this shit. So.
All right, so thankfully we don't have too much left. So,
Yeah.
Of course, we had a Jerry Cargill promo where she's calling out anyone and everyone to face the kiss of death.
Because they kissed on the pay-per-view, don't you know?
Oh, yeah, and then we got Thunder Rosa defeating Layla Hirsch to become the number one contender to face Britt Baker in the steel cage match in Texas.
As announced by Tony Schiavone in San Antonio, all that good stuff.
And then we got Scorpio Sky defeating Sammy Guevara thanks to interference from Ethan Page and the newly signed Paige Van Zant.
Signed on a beautiful booty. And Scorpio Sky's a new TNT champion.
Long time coming. A great talent and very well liked backstage by everyone, it seems. And
he is the first man to hold the tag team and TNT titles in AEW history. So there's a little bit of history on top of that.
There you go. And
JC with the response to $1 million question, Scorpio cannot be a transitional champ. And there's the thing, and that's where I'm thinking, yeah, MJF has to screw him, because I'm like, dude, why would you do Scorp that dirty?
Especially since they kept him on a winning streak for over a year now. Last Wednesday was officially, after that, he's now won undefeated for a year. Undefeated for a year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to keep that going. The only time he should lose should be on a pay-per-view. You have to build that up to a pay-per-view.
Should. Or on a big episode of Dynamite.
Battle of the Belts?
Battle of the Belts could be one, yeah.
Because they have one
That's an
coming
example.
up in a couple of months.
That is one great example right there.
That's only two ways to do either battle of belts or a pay-per-view. It has to be a big-time event for him to lose. He can't just lose on can't lose the title on a random Dynamite. Nope, that's not how it works, Chief. Nope. And that's how they went off the air.
All right, now I'm waiting for Shin to pop up, but we're live.
We're live, pal.
We're live, pal. Obviously, a big D-cell was awarded to the Fed. I'm gonna let you do your winners first, and if we do all that shit, and Shin jumps in, we're gonna be able to do what we need to do there. But go with the losers, my friend.
I think losers just to WWE for Butch. Oh,
now, see, I put WWE for something else, but yeah, Butch is involved now.
I just read that on my Twitter from Sean Ross Sapp just going, please don't.
Shen says, forget it, Discord's ain't coming back. You know what, Shen? Put your D-cell, your winners and losers. I'll read them on the chat. So type away, good sir. So
type away, Matty will read it, and then we will all probably agree.
Yeah, more than likely. We've been on point with our opinions anyway. So for me, WWE for obviously Butch, but the original reason on the list, they put the NXT title on Dolph fucking Ziggler.
He's a transitional champion. They're just doing it to get, a big pop for Braun Breaker when he wins it back at the next NXT.
Rumor has it. Rumor and Scuttlebutt says he's about to get his ass whooped by Walter.
Gunther.
Walter.
Let's see. Shin says D-Cell, Butch for all the reasons, losers, Braun Breaker, and the NXT title.
Yep. Also, I think I have the perfect bun for Gunther, because the way you sell that, Gunther.
Ooh, I'm dying.
Hi, Easy Rider. How you doing?
Recycled buttons, ladies and gentlemen. Used to be Capcom. Still is Capcom, but with Gunther, I think it worked. I think we'll have approval. For winners, Shin goes first, and of course, obviously, Tita read the losers. So the winners, AEW for Revolution, Dynamite, Sir William Regal, and TJ Omega. I think that's a thumbs up from us on that one. T-Dub.
We need TJ Omega to meet Kenny Omega. We need that to happen. See who the true Omega is.
He has told us that Naples, the nearby place where the Dynamite was on Wednesday, family is around. So he may well get a shot down the line.
My winner this week goes to AEW for that excellent pay-per-view. Pretty damn good episode of Dynamite with some twists and turns that I legitimately could not have called happening. Like, Jesus Christ, they know how to keep me on my toes.
Mm-hmm.
And WWE 2K22 for being an overall fun time.
I'm not putting it on winners or losers for the game because I have only played a few hours, and I want to have a couple more hours before I definitely say winner and loser or loser on that. But so far, so good. For me, my winner is AEW for just straight up straight up. Come on. Swerve Strickland, welcome to the winning team, pal. William Regal, why not? Stone Cold for that promo, making me feel like it's Mania season, fucking finally. Even if it is just a promo and a stunner, who cares? It's Austin and Owens in the same ring, and my boy. Owens is my boy. TJ Omega for I'm gonna put down on screen again here. Just this right here, man. The sign with our names on it, man. He didn't have to do that. We were like, you gotta do the video game sign, and he did the video game sign. That was fucking awesome.
The video game song that he is wrong about. I will argue this until we are both blue in the face.
There's going to be a moment on this show where TJ pops up, and the sign's going to be brought up either by us or the chat, and you're going to go on a 5-minute rant about it.
Damn right!
And the three of us are going to be sitting in our chairs laughing our asses off.
laughing at my correctness.
Your wrongness, sir. Anyway, and Jeff
Final
Hardy.
Fantasy VII is an absolute masterpiece. And if you don't believe me, if you want someone else's opinion, go watch Clement J's hour-and-a-half long retrospective on it. It is a gorgeous piece.
And TJ, and of course Jeff Hardy for doing the Jeff Hardy thing. It's the world's worst kept wrestling secret this week, but hey, everyone was happy, including Matt. They had a beautiful hug. So and Matt Hardy's contract was extended to match the length of Jeff Hardy's contract. So
yay!
That's a bonus winner right there. Shin's got his YouTube channel, Max Acorn. You could do that, all that stuff. He's doing his streams and all that stuff. And also, he's going to be on Red Zone next Thursday. We're doing that again, right?
Yes.
Because we need to roast you about being wrong about Final Fantasy and all that stuff.
Final Fantasy VII is the epitome of greatness.
Hey, it was all downhill after 6.
Since nobody ever.
Shit, we have a new thing to troll T-Dub with. We can thank we could thank TJ for that one.
Oh, TAC says TJ's got a wrestling video of his experience during Dynamite.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't have the link specifically, but if you go, it's TJ Omega on YouTube. It is more than likely his most recent video. He did a dumb. He bought a belt. Beautiful looking replica, by the way. And it's just his general thoughts on the evening. You should check it out. TJ Omega on YouTube.
It's a great video. I'm sure
T-Dub's Patreon. You can plug. He's already plugged the video, the video channel, and all that stuff. And I've already plugged the Patreon, but I'll plug it away. TWK Patreon, patreon.com/TWK reviews. Of course, I have my PayPal tip jar, paypal.me/MetaJ316. Donations are optional, but always appreciated. I got a cruise coming up. I'd like to afford a couple of things. You could help out with that. Oh, it's Matty D. Oh, you caught us at the end of the show.
Oh, right at the end of the show, Matty. Oh, well, I'm glad you joined us, nevertheless, even for just a moment.
Hi, anyway.
For just a moment, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by at the very least. Let's see. I was about to plug the Twitters at MattyJ316, at TWK Official, and at Shintigercurl. I am on TikTok at MattyJWC. If you have any questions, the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. Questions, comments. Keep it simple. We'll try to answer them as much as possible. And again, if for those wondering, did I send it to the right spot? The Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. All in one word. That being said, we're back. I'm back on Sunday for Tokarist Live. Finally, we had a whole last month off. Multiple reasons. My sister's wedding. Easy had to do a couple of things. Shades had to do a couple of things. We tried to put it together. We couldn't. We're getting it done this Sunday. We're going to watch some Ultra 7 and some Ultra Murders and some Space Murder. Y'all think I'm kidding, but kids' TV in the 60s was wild, man. Just saying. Rift Zone on Thursday. Of course, we're back here on Friday and all that good stuff. T-Dub's video's coming up. You should watch it, by the way. You should. You should, you know. And Guts backing me up. He ain't kidding. Right? Ultra 7 will murder an alien if it looks sideways at the planet. Anyway. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shin would say something about dim sum time being done. So we will do that in his stead. And on behalf of TWK,
you'll hear people playing the Final Fantasy VI soundtrack. Know they play it from 7 because 7 is the best.
You know, in fairness, there's a running gag in the monastery where we play a little bit of the battle music from Final Fantasy X-2 with Xanatrix. He is not a fan of 10-2.
Oh, 10-2 is fun time.
And Monk likes to troll him with that music.
10-2 is a fun time. Oh,
10-2 is fun. 10-2 is fun. He just doesn't like it. Anyway.
Who wants to that person?
My name's Matty J, reminding you to help professional wrestling. Support your independent promotion as soon as possible. We'll talk to you next week. Holy crap, what the fuck are we gonna do next week? Bye! Everybody. Bye! Have a good one, I'm safe.
Here is your winner, the new NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler!
This show ain't no good.